Debbie Johnson of 90 Day Fiancé fame has made another surprising move, leaving behind her quiet life in British Columbia, Canada. Recently, she was spotted in a completely different country alongside her son, Colt Johnson. Fans of the long-running reality franchise will remember Debbie as the fiercely loyal and outspoken mother who stood by Colt through every twist and turn of his romantic roller coaster with Larissa Lima, Jess Caroline, and later Vanessa Guerra. Though often labeled meddlesome, Debbie's actions were usually driven by deep maternal concern and a desire to protect her son from being hurt or used. Eventually, however, Debbie's own love story took center stage. Thanks to a nudge from Vanessa, she began her journey toward finding companionship of her own and found it in Tony Starcevich, a warm-hearted Canadian man. Their romance steadily blossomed into something lasting and meaningful. Before long, Debbie took a leap of faith, moved to Canada, and settled into a happy domestic life with Tony. Over the past few years, they've enjoyed their time together, with Debbie even gushing about her excitement to celebrate Halloween in Tony's hometown in November 2024. The couple's joy was briefly interrupted by visa issues, but their eventual reunion seemed to reaffirm their strong bond. Now, in an unexpected twist, Debbie has left Canada behind and popped up in Portland, Oregon, USA. A recent Instagram video shared by Shabuti shows Debbie cruising through Portland's bustling Saturday market on a mobility scooter with Colt walking by her side. The video, shot in slow motion, gives fans a glimpse of the pair soaking in the vibrant energy of the market. Another snapshot posted by the same account features Debbie, Colt, and Tony all posing together, confirming that Tony joined them for this U.S. getaway. Their smiles suggested that this was more than just a casual visit, it was a family moment, maybe even a healing one. Debbie and Colt's relationship has always been a hot topic among 90 Day Fiancé viewers. Once inseparable, the mother-son duo began to fracture under the strain of emotional dependency, shifting boundaries, and Colt's growing resentment over Debbie's involvement in his personal life. In fact, Colt once accused her of fostering his dependency, while Debbie admitted she had tried to sabotage his relationship with Jess due to her disapproval. When Debbie relocated to Canada with Tony, the emotional and physical distance between her and Colt widened. Communication waned, and their once tight bond seemed irreparably strained. But all of that may be changing now. Seeing them together again, this time on U.S. soil, is a powerful reminder that relationships can heal with time, effort, and a little forgiveness. Colt had previously expressed his desire to mend things with his mother during Season 6 of 90 Day Diaries. He mentioned plans to visit her in Canada and work through their issues, and judging by this latest development, it looks like that visit was a success. The two now appear to be in a much better place, working on rebuilding trust and re-establishing the closeness they once shared. Meanwhile, Debbie and Tony's relationship continues to thrive. They remain together, as strong as ever, and Tony's presence on the trip to Portland further suggests he's become a permanent and cherished part of the family dynamic. While the reason behind their move or extended stay in Portland remains unclear, it's possible that this is simply a leisurely family outing. On the other hand, with cameras often not far from 90 Day Fiancé alums, some fans are speculating that Debbie and Colt could be filming for a new season, perhaps even capturing scenes of the market. Regardless of the motive behind the visit, it's heartwarming to see one of reality TV's most iconic mother-son duos smiling, traveling, and reconnecting. After years of personal struggles and emotional tension, Debbie and Colt seem ready for a fresh start, this time with Tony by their side, forming a unique and loving family trio. 90 Day Fiancé star Shekinah Garner has made a name for herself due to the number of cosmetic surgeries she has undergone on and off the cameras. What makes things more interesting is that her fiancé, Sarperguven, is also fond of cosmetic surgeries and even once designed her nose. However, some fans think Shekinah went too far in her latest procedure, leaving them horrified. Keep reading to see what happened. Shekinah previously opened up about all the modifications she had undergone over the years. According to the 90 Day Fiancé star, she had 2 facelifts, 2 neck lifts, a brow lift, and an upper blepharoplasty. Shekinah also got numerous lip injections and consistently had Botox. She admitted that she had a lot of surgeries on her face, but she also confessed to having 2 boob jobs. Some of Shekinah's procedures were even documented on the show, especially when she got her nose done. But despite all the surgeries, It seems Shekinah is far from done following her latest post. A reality TV fan page, 90 Day Fiancé Update, recently re-uploaded Shekinah Garner's IG posts featuring her most recent cosmetic surgeries. The 90 Day Fiancé star documented her beautified surgery, which consists of Firet Lift Type 1 and blepharoplasty. Shekinah ended up having so many stitches on her face, making her totally unrecognizable. It took some time to heal, but many fans were horrified about the results. Others also hope that Shekinah will stop before her face worsens. Shekinah Garner and Sarper Guven are currently part of the latest season of 90 Day Fiancé. The two share their journey of living together in the US, but it seems things are getting bad between the two behind the cameras. Shekinah has shared cryptic messages online, saying that fans may no longer see them in future seasons. This led to speculations that they may have called it quits. But others think Shekinah and Sarper are just making up drama in the hopes of staying in the franchise longer. Julia Trobkina from 90 Day, The Last Resort, has shared heartbreaking news about a family member's passing on social media. She faced many challenges in her relationship with her husband, Brandon Gibbs, over the past 5 years. However, they recently joined 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2, where they worked through their marital issues and rebuilt trust. In early 2025, Julia also launched her new gift box business catering to pet owners, selling subscription boxes filled with pet goodies. Within a few weeks, Julia's business became successful, gaining numerous new customers across the United States. In the past few weeks, Julia had found it increasingly challenging to focus on her business because her dog, Simba, was struggling. She sadly shared that Simba had lost the ability to walk due to his failing legs. In the most recent update, Julia revealed Simba had passed away following a prolonged battle with illness. Reflecting on their time together, both Julia and Brandon expressed their grief. Julia remembered Simba fondly, saying, "Run on the rainbow, my boy. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me." She added, "The pain I feel cannot be expressed in words or tears." Julia reflected on her role as a caring pet parent and expressed gratitude for the irreplaceable bond she shared with Simba, her best beloved boy. It's heartbreaking to witness Julia lose a close companion after enduring several hardships in recent years. Ever since making her debut on TV, Julia has been tested at every turn, grappling with a host of obstacles and setbacks in her career. Just a few years back, Julia faced a difficult period when she lost her green card and was on the verge of being deported. Following this, she navigated relationship problems with Brandon, leading them to seek therapy. Now, as Julia grieves for the loss of her beloved dog, Simba, it appears that his absence will deeply affect her. It's unfortunate that Julia has lost Simba, but this could potentially bring her and her husband, Brandon, closer together. A similar situation was seen with Robert Springs and Annie Francisco, who faced the heartbreaking loss of their child, but later welcomed a new baby. Perhaps Simba's passing may encourage Julia and Brandon to find renewed purpose in their lives. They may develop a deeper appreciation for life, leading them to consider starting a family of their own. This difficult circumstance could motivate them to have a child together, just as they adopted Simba and their other pets. Julia and Brandon will face a challenging journey as they cope with the loss of their beloved pet. Moving forward will be a difficult task, especially with their other pets serving as constant reminders of Simba. Hopefully, Julia's new business will offer some solace and distraction. By devoting herself to helping dogs and spreading happiness to pets nationwide, she may find some inner peace. The 90 Day, The Last Resort cast members' deep love and compassion for animals will hopefully help her and Brandon's healing process as they continue to cherish memories of Simba in their hearts. The 5-part 90 Day, The Last Resort tell-all has finally concluded, and it's clear to me that the series fails miserably at accomplishing its goals. 90 Day, The Last Resort is one of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise's most recent spin-offs, and it's purely dedicated to helping past stars improve their relationship. In both seasons, couples stayed at different resorts and had access to therapists for 2 weeks. By the end of the 2 weeks, the couples are supposed to have enough tools to help them progress in their relationships, but they have a recommitment ceremony at the end of their stay to determine how the couples want to proceed. Now that the Season 2 tell-all is over, I've learned a lot. I don't have all my questions answered, but I realize that the spin-off doesn't help the couples anywhere near as much as it could. The entire purpose of the last resort is to help couples repair their relationship. The stars stay at a couple's retreat and are supposed to engage in various therapies to give them tools to better manage their relationships. However, I think the series dropped the ball here. While season 1 had more involvement from counselors, tools like past life regression hypnosis aren't going to help couples communicate better or compromise efficiently. Especially when stars like Big Ed Brown seem to take hypnosis as a joke and claim that they were an elf in past lives. Meanwhile, season 2 didn't seem to have as many therapy sessions. I thought the segments were far more centered around the couple's demises and time alone. Even when they did have therapy sessions, proper tools weren't given, and stars were allowed to interrupt and antagonize one another, which I didn't think created a healthy space for the couples. I honestly have no idea how the stars or the counselors thought this would benefit the couples, because, from what I saw, the setup didn't allow the stars to feel safe enough to open up and practice new tools. Additionally, only one couple from each season truly recommitted. After all was said and done with The Last Resort Season 1 and Happily Ever After, Season 8, only Yara Zaya and Jovi Dufresne were still together. Big Ed Brown and Liz Woods did recommit, but they ended their relationship in Happily Ever After. On the same token, by the time the Season 2 tell-all began, half the couples had already decided not to recommit. Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra, Natalie Mordovtseva and Josh Weinstein, and Ari Weinberg and Binny Schreiber all ended their relationships at the resort. However, the reunion revealed that Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo were now separated as she was pregnant with another man's baby. On top of that, in an interview, Stacey Silva hinted that she was taking time away from Florian Sujak, meaning only Brandon Gibbs and Julia Trobkina were still working through their issues. Overall, with the majority of 90-Day Fiancé couples still separating, it's becoming clear that fans might be better off without the spin-off. The show is certainly entertaining, but it also gives highly scripted vibes, and it's difficult to discern which couples are being authentic. In the end, though, while the drama is entertaining, it might be better to let the cast members heal on their own terms instead of prompting them to engage in scenarios that might actually harm their relationships, more so in the long run.